Welcome to Miracles of Kindness, a channel where hidden emotions meet life-changing moments, and small gestures create the biggest miracles. Today's story is not about wealth or success. It is about regret, silence, and the power of one sincere act. After 5 long years, a millionaire returns to the woman he once left behind. She survived without answers, without support, and without a voice. But when he finally stands before her, it is not his money that matters. It is one unexpected gesture that changes everything. Stay with us until the end, because this story will remind you that kindness, when genuine, can break even the deepest silence. 5 years ago, he walked away with ambition in his eyes and silence in his heart. Tonight, he stands outside a door he once promised would always be home. He is no longer the struggling man she married. He is a millionaire now. But money has not erased the weight in his chest. Inside that small apartment lives a woman who learned to survive without him. She opens the door, sees his face, and says nothing. No anger, no welcome, just silence. And in that moment, he realizes this visit will not be about explanations. It will be about truth. She never begged, never called, never asked for help when nights were cold and hope felt thinner than air. While he built empires, she built endurance. The silence she carried was not weakness, it was survival. So when he stands before her now, dressed in wealth and regret, she refuses to speak. Words cost too much. But he notices the scars life left behind, and something inside him begins to break. For years, he believed success would heal his past, that numbers could replace love. But standing in her living room, he sees what success never taught him. Loneliness has a sound, and it echoes loudly in silence. He looks at her hands, worn from struggle, and understands what his absence cost. This is not a reunion. This is a reckoning. He does not reach for his wallet. He does not offer excuses. Instead, he does something so small, so sincere, that it disarms her completely. A gesture rooted not in wealth, but in humility. And for the first time in 5 years, her silence trembles. Because actions, when honest, speak louder than apologies ever could. The air grows heavy with memories, laughter once shared, promises once broken. She tries to remain distant, but his gesture unlocks emotions buried deep beneath survival. Tears rise, not from pain alone, but from being seen after years of invisibility. The silence she mastered begins to crumble. Her voice, when it finally comes, is soft but powerful. Every unsaid word carries years of restraint. She speaks not to accuse, but to release. And he listens not as a millionaire, not as an ex-husband, but as a man finally ready to face what he lost. He does not interrupt, he does not justify. He accepts every word because regret no longer seeks forgiveness and seeks accountability. In that moment, power shifts. The silence that once belonged to her now belongs to him. As the conversation deepens, a hidden truth surfaces, one that explains her silence and reshapes his understanding of the past. His breath falters. Some absences leave scars that money can never heal. For the first time, he lowers himself not physically, but emotionally. Pride dissolves. Wealth becomes irrelevant. And she realizes this gesture was never about returning. It was about acknowledging what should never have been abandoned. That night does not promise reunion. It promises something more honest: closure, understanding, and respect. Her silence is finally broken, not by money, but by genuine remorse. And as he leaves, both know one truth. Sometimes, the smallest gesture carries the loudest apology. Some silences are not born from anger, they are born from pain. Tonight, a woman spoke not because she was persuaded, but because she was finally understood. A single gesture proved that true remorse does not shout at meals. This was not a story about reunion, but about respect, accountability, and emotional truth. If this story touched your heart, remember, kindness does not need wealth, only sincerity. Thank you for watching Miracles of Kindness. Like, share, and subscribe, because the world needs more stories that heal, not just entertain.